Hello. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Kara Goodwin, and I'm the host of the Meditation Conversation podcast. And today I wanted to talk about it's kind of a power versus force, which is an amazing book by David Hawkins. I think can't no, not remember if it's Hawking or Hawkings, but anyway, I'm not actually talking about that book, but that is a great book. It's really around levels of consciousness and the effect of raising your consciousness on the rest of humanity, how that affects it. Anyway, if you've not heard of Power versus Force as a book, you may want to check that out because it's kind of a classic. And if you haven't started hearing it referenced as you are investigating things around consciousness, then you certainly will come across it for sure. But anyway, I'm not even talking about that power versus force. I'm talking about the push pull that comes when we're working as creator beings. So as you go along your path of understanding yourself as consciousness, understanding yourself as a soul, um, you will start to understand that you are a creator. You are creating your reality. And everybody else is playing their part too. It's not really that you're creating everybody else, but they are a part of your creation. They're reflections of you, but they are their own beings as well, having their own experience. So, not to be confused with thinking that everything is our creation. It's nuanced. However, we can get um, we are very powerful, and so there are things that we might do to pull in our desired creation. And there are books and movies and things like The Secret that really go into this manifestation. Um, and I know in my own life, I have something that feels like an uphill battle. It's a health thing that's actually to do with somebody that I love very much. And so in my meditations, I work on that and I work on bringing in my desired result for this person. And I work on this basically every day, feeling that I'm working with my divine team and kind of mm, visualizing or bringing forth that highest um, outcome the way that I see it. And something that came to me this morning that seemed to come in pretty clearly was the um, the surrender element and the importance of surrender. So it was this sense that came in of like, okay, Kara, we have your vote. It's very, very clear what you think the highest solution for this is. We hear you. And there's a whole divine orchestration. There's a whole soul plan going on here that is bigger than you as a human. Um, and there's mystery in that. I have this human brain, this human understanding, and it's really, I don't have all the pieces of the picture. I don't know how this journey, um, and if things don't go to my vote, if I don't get my way in what I'm trying to call forth in my creation, um, there is a divine plan that's going on. And of course, I understand this, but it was really this shift within me. I forgot to set myself on do not disturb. Let me just do that really quickly. It was really this shift within me of like I feel like I've set the stage, I've set the field, I've put that clear intention out there numerous times and felt that I'm bringing the energy in. And if there's any way that outcome will come, I've done everything I can to bring it forward. And so now I'm kind of shifting And I think that that was really important for me to be really clear and bring in what I see as the highest outcome. And now the time has come that it is a support, be in the flow, and bring in the highest outcome, the highest option, the highest timeline for the greatest good. And of course, this is something that I have been doing all along as well, asking that the solution be for the highest good, even if I can't understand that right now. Um, but it was this real like I'm holding space. I am working on myself energetically to be able to hold the frequency, to hold the space, so that the absolute highest timeline for the greatest good can anchor in, and it can use my energy to help anchor in. And the more that I work on myself, and I keep kind of clearing things out within me, upgrading my energy in the best way that I can, then I am here kind of as an anchor for that highest energy solution to come in. And then there's that trust as well that, okay, this may not look the way that I think it's going to look, and I know that we are being held and guided for the optimum outcome. And so I just encourage you to bear that in mind, this balance. It's not surrender is not a like just giving up. There's definitely a difference between surrender and defeat, surrender and quitting. And so it's this trust, and it continues to be an active action of calling forth the highest good, holding space for the highest good, deliberately focusing on the highest good. But there's kind of mystery in that. It's less of a, this is what the highest outcome is. So let's imagine you've got somebody in your life who has a cancer diagnosis, and you have been praying that the test comes back negative, and they avoid the surgery or whatever it is, whatever in your mind you believe would be the worst. It's like, I want them to just heal naturally, not have to have any Western intervention, and they just are fine forever. And that may be where you're focusing all of your attention. And I'm not saying don't do that, but I am saying also understand this dance and this balance, this delicate flow. It's not a delicate flow, actually. I take that back, because it's this true flow of higher consciousness that has a design, and it's got within this design challenges for us to overcome, and it has um, insights for us to discover. But that often happens through the challenges that show up, and through the difficult terrain that we have to navigate. So it is, again, put your vote out there, spend time putting your energy towards the miracles and the what you think is the highest outcome, absolutely. But also bear in mind that we have this little human brain view of a much bigger, more complicated masterpiece that's happening. So allow yourself also to surrender into the flow, and to surrender into the mystery, and understand that there actually may be hugely beneficial leaps of evolution for you, for your loved one, that are hidden within the challenge that you might be trying to manifest a sidestepping of. You may be wanting, to go around, to circumvent, because we're only focusing on the downsides, the what we perceive as suffering. But In my opinion, we're really not gonna be able to sidestep any huge soul contracts that we have, any parts of our blueprint that we have designed or that our loved ones have designed that are deliberate. Like, this is gonna be a key thing for you to overcome at this period of your life, and it's a huge vehicle also for your loved ones who are gonna be going through this with you. Um, I don't believe we have the power to circumvent it even if we tried our hardest to do so, but it can really help us, um, psychologically and spiritually to go through that with a greater grace and understanding if we can also allow ourselves to understand that something much bigger is going on. And although we are very, very powerful, we are also here deliberately, and there are things that are put in our path that are deliberate, for our highest and best good. So, thank you very much for watching this. I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed day, and I look forward to the next time. Bye.